Hi guys, Aylis here, and I'm kind of playing Banished this afternoon, just kind of passing the time. It's a game that I enjoy, but I'm not very good at yet. So I thought it'd be a good one to just kind of sit and talk to you guys. What I wanted to talk about was people who do this for a living. And I'm not sure why. I think it's just because I work on the internets for a living. A lot of people have asked me about YouTubing for a living. As soon as they found out I had a YouTube channel, they assume I'm making tons and tons of money on it. And if I was, I would live in a much bigger house, you guys. Um, but as I said, my day job is on the internet. It's not nearly as interesting as playing video games for a living, but it is here. And from having that day job, from the blogging and the writing, I sell my articles to magazines. I mean, I have a pretty good grip on how this whole thing works. YouTubing is a lot like blogging in the fact that having the shares on social medias, which, by the way, I love you guys for every time you do it, that's how things get discovered. And that's how people find your videos. That's how people, start to like you. They may subscribe after that, but somebody has to introduce them to you. They might find you through a search. That's fair. But most of the time, somebody has to find you. So, excuse me, I'm getting sick again. So, in order to be found on the internet, usually somebody finds your video through search and they share it with their friends, and their friend happens to like it, so they pass that on. And social media is the lifeblood of all of this. And you'll probably notice I don't even share each of my videos, which is like bad YouTuber 101. And the reason is, I don't ever intend to make this my living. Now, I love it. Don't get me wrong. I hope I'm doing this for years and years and years. I hope when YouTube is no longer cool anymore and everybody's moved on to something else, I'm still making the videos that I enjoy. But I don't ever intend to make it my livelihood. Now, as a blogger, I got my first $1,000, I think within my first 7 or 8 months. I can't talk. 7 or 8 months of blogging, and that was a big deal to me because I'm like, oh my god, I actually made money from this, because I started it kind of as a hobby. I knew you can make money off of it, and the prospect of making money off of it is certainly exciting, especially since I had just left my day job. And I did it. I was like, oh my god, I could do this, and that was a great feeling. And I know I could have that here on YouTube too, but it worries me. In my first or second year of blogging, I didn't feel like doing it anymore because I had started getting all these sponsorship offers. And while they were really awesome, I was like, oh my god, people want to pay me. I also started writing just for the sake of getting those sponsored articles done. Like, everything I was doing had a sponsor. And even if it was something I was genuinely excited to write about, like, hey, I'm just built this recipe from the ground up. I'm really excited to share it. It came out so good. Oh yeah, but by the way, the sauce that I used in it, that's sponsored by so-and-so. And now I try to keep those to a lower level so that I don't feel like everything I do is being paid for by someone else, because after a while, it got really soul-sucking, and I found myself starting to take things that I didn't want to take just because they paid enough for me to take them. And I'm really scared of, that kind of infecting my hobby here. Am I saying I won't accept free games? No, of course I'm not. But I don't ever want this to become one of those things where I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, the last 10 games I played for you guys, the company sent me the game and they paid me to show it to you. Which, FYI, I've done before. I actually got paid a couple $100 on my blog to share a video game. And I was excited for it. I mean, God, I was getting ready to buy the game anyway, so it's not like I did it just because they paid me. But afterward, I'm like, would I have done this if it wasn't a game that I really loved? And the answer is I might have. So I kind of stepped back away from that and cut out a lot of my sponsorship and decided that I just wanted it to be just enough. Now, I do have ads on this channel. I run websites that go with these channels, this one and my vlog channel, which is Aylis IRL, and they do have an upkeep. I mean, they're not just blogspot websites. They do have a monthly maintenance upkeep to put them on the server and things like that, so I make enough off my AdSense revenue to kind of just do that, and hopefully that keeps up. Hopefully, that's enough to just keep it going like that. I don't want to have to dip into my bill money to pay for my YouTubing. But, I was watching a little bit of a Twitch chat or a Twitter chat from a Twitch streamer that I really like to watch. Seriously Clara, and she's one of the Canadian Twitch streamers that I like. And she was talking about the fact that she too doesn't do this for a living. She's a streamer because she enjoys it. And we do donations, and she just did St. Jude's Play Live, so a lot of people donated to that. People donate to her personally. And she still doesn't do it for a living. She is a paper pusher, just like I used to be, working in an office building. And her Twitch streaming is her fun. And some people started to point out, well, you could do it for a living because it's easier for girls. Let me tell you what it's like to be in the game industry for a girl. People click on your stuff because they see boobs. I put on t-shirts so you guys don't see mine. They click because they see boobs. They watch for half a minute or so just because you're not showing enough boobs and they don't like your content. They click away, and YouTube takes that as, hey, nobody likes these videos. Let's push it off the subscription lists. And it's not a good idea. And I worked in the game industry as a woman when it was not cool to be in the game industry as a woman. The Frag Dolls just shut down, and about the time that they were being created was my first time working at a video game store and running Madden tournaments, Halo tournaments, Guitar Hero, Dance Dance Revolution. I was constantly getting, yeah, but you don't actually play these, right? Yes, I play these. I am not a booth babe. But people don't take you seriously. And it's gotten so much better over the last 10 years, where now being a girl and playing video games is not weird anymore. Once upon a time, it was not okay for you to do that. Now it's been perfectly normalized, and now people do take you a little more seriously, but you have to take yourself seriously too. You don't have to just, go out and only be, oh, I'm pretty and look at me and I suck at games, but I'm going to get you to come here anyway with some good thumbnail. You have to be more than that. You have to have some substance when you're there, and you can't get away with just screaming into your mic. I love you, PewDiePie, but that's kind of how it works sometimes. And I think it's just as hard for women as it is for men, because yes, absolutely, we can get people to click faster than a man can. No question about it. That's how our bodies are hardwired. Men want to see what the pretty girl is all about. But we don't always have the ability to make them stay. My son is not going to watch a female YouTuber play video games. He's just not. And he's not going to be a sexist kid someday. It's just in our nature. He wants to watch a boy do it. And that's fine. But it's something that's difficult for everyone. And this is kind of a new frontier with the Twitch streaming and things like that, where you're making money from playing video games, and nobody knows how long that's going to last or how reliable that's going to be long term. And I'm not going to cut this video. You guys get to see all my coffee and all my rawness and my non-makeupness, because I'm supposed to be on bed rest right now, and I just do not give a you-know-what. So much for me not cursing on my channel after that last little horror game, right? So I think that, yes, I have the skills and the time and the knowledge to put into this to start making money. I could. I really could. I might decide to in the future. Do I ever intend for it to replace my writing, though? No, not a chance, because I love my writing. I love what I do. Yes, I went through a point where it was kind of soul-sucking, and I went through a point where I didn't enjoy who I had become very much, but it's not because of the job. Is because I had that first taste of sponsorship, and it was a problem with me. And I'm rambling on now, and I'm going to do it more frequently, and I love you guys, and I will see you the next time I decide to talk to you. I might make more videos today. I might make another one tomorrow. We'll see.